All right, so we have a 2019 SS Camaro today. They said it was the 2SS, so it's got like the more amenities, I believe. Really nice blue. It's like a really metallic, not really a deep dark blue, it's like a deep light blue. It's very interesting. Looks cool in the sun, pops really nicely. No real blemishes for the most part. I did find like a couple little light scratches, like up here there's a little one, and then on the other side, I'll get there in a minute. Back here looks really good. Plastics are all in good shape. Factory exhaust, all the lights do what they're supposed to. Has the radar. And then up here, so here's some more of that light scratches. Try to get my finger to focus it. There you go. And then I showed you the door jambs have some dents there. And then I think there was just like a small mark here. It's like little chips. I don't know if it's like a PPE and the like a little mark in the PPE or the clear bra. Just a couple more. But really, you gotta walk up on it to find those. They don't really stand out or catch your eye. That touch-up spot kind of in the sun catches your eye though. And then a couple little scratches on the fuel tank here. Wheels are in really good shape. Tires are newer. The tread is amazing on those. So we'll stop here. Alright, we're gonna just set this in the engine bay so we get a good start up. Bear with the camera and I'll be right back. Sounds good, doesn't have any weird sounds or anything like that. Idle, it does have a small vibration, but it's very, very not that noticeable. You can kind of see a little shake here. Front looks really good. Aprons and everything are all straight. Airbox is bolted in, so I can't look at that. It has been through recon, so that's good. Brake fluid looks pretty good. Nice and clean. Coolant is full. Apron here, also in good shape. All the factory bolts and nuts still haven't been touched. But if you watch, it's not my hand shaking, that's the hood shaking from that vibration. So a little bit of vibration there. It's usually just kind of like at idle. I think it's because the AC and stuff's going. It's kind of like lowered down. You just feel the vibration of the V8. I'm gonna pause here. We're gonna do an exhaust note. You're gonna be kind of looking at the ground, but we're just listening for the exhaust here. So stock pipes. In touring mode, it's very quiet, and then it gets a little more throaty when you change the drive modes. The oil is nice and clean on this bad boy, and valve covers and everything along here look good. The valley pan's nice and dry. I don't see any like run of cleanup or anything like that. Pretty good engine bay. This does have the actual vented hood. We'll stop here. Alright, we're gonna go through the undercarriage. I always start front to back. This just lets you see if anything's hanging down, sagging, or scraping on the ground. The chin actually looks really good. There's a little bit of scuffs, but really no real damage here for the most part, which is awesome. Normally these things are just beat up, so it looks good there. We're gonna go to each corner lift area and talk about a few things. So on this driver front corner, I did notice, you can see this rocker here has some good damage, good scrapes, and this support here, if I can angle it right or not, you can see some dents in there near the bolt head. So right up here, pretty dented. I didn't notice any drivability or any kind of weird pulls, except for like the ruts in the roads we have here, which are wild. We're gonna go to the back here. So this is the lift point in the rear, fuel tank. All looks good back here. Nothing beat up. And then from the back you have factory exhaust. These do have like valves further up to kind of change the tone, but it looks really good. I always look up from here, make sure heat shields, everything are still intact. Rear subframe looks really good. It's not chewed up or chipped up. On the passenger side now, so here's your rear lift area. Looks pretty good. You see the baffles and stuff. Fuel tank. Front lift point. The sun's kind of fighting me here. You can also see our cats and everything there. Primary and secondaries. All looking good here. Alright, so we're at the interior. I always start here with the steering wheel. So radio controls, menu controls for up this screen, cruise control. It's not adaptive cruise, it's alert. Like it doesn't slow itself down, it just alerts. And then heated steering wheel. Mileage, we're at 50,065 at the end of our drive. The check engine light came on as soon as I pulled into this lot. Sitting here and parked for a second, and I was playing with the e-brake, and it popped when I basically plugged my scan tool in. It literally turned on at the same time. This does have automatic climate controls. You do change the temperature with this bad boy, and then vented and heated seats. They work really well. Modes for your drive, electric parking brake. These little center consoles are kind of funny, but they exist. They're very small. And then here's your digital camera, rear view mirror, and then your reverse. It has paddles, automatic lights. It does have memory seats with an exit mode and auto windows. And it does have a sunroof that opens. It does not tilt. I'm gonna pause here. We're gonna look from the outside in. Okay, so looking from the outside in, door cards are in really, really good shape. I did see on both sides there's a pretty good ding here from the door jams. Not sure if it was seatbelt or just something forgot, left or whatever. It's both sides though. Rear seats don't look like they've ever been used. There's not much room to use them. Looks really good. Normally the bolstering and stuff is where Chevys have their cracks and stuff. This is actually really good. Pedals and carpet in really good shape. I'm gonna hop sides. On the passenger door card here, this does have the Bose stereo, which is really good. Power seats on passenger side as well with the SS badging. Carpet, everything good. Glove box has the owner's manual. I do have 2 keys as well. A little peek at this side. So looks really good. And then this is where there's another little dimple right there, kind of a scuff. But beyond that, interior's in really good condition. All right, this is going to be your trunk. So here you have the camera for the rear view mirror, and then there's also your backup camera here. Nothing in here. It does have this panel for your like fuse block and power and everything. I saw one the other day where that was missing, so that's good. It is missing the fix-a-flat or the run flat kit there, but everything else looks good here. We don't see any moisture down by the modules or anything like that, and none of those bolts look like they've been messed with, so that's good. Plastics and everything are in good shape. A little mark, but no real like damage or anything. Seals all look really good. Opens and shuts just fine. This is going to be your scan of everything. So as you see, there is a bunch of faults on several of these. Now they are going to be the U0073 for the most part. I did list a few of them that I thought were important, but for the most part it's the U003, so it's just lost communication with the CAN bus. They're all saying past for now, but history. We did have a check engine light set when I got back to the parking lot and was just sitting here idling for a moment. We're gonna do another live scan to just see which one of that is actually pulling the code. There was a code here that the transmission module asked the check engine light to come on. So and then in the body control, this one has a code for the second key having a low battery, but these are all for the most part lost communication codes. I'm gonna click into one just live real quick. So lost communication, and then all say history and pass. So at some point this had the power disconnected, or it didn't start and had to jump it, something along those lines. But we're gonna keep going a little further. Pause here. Okay, so these are the codes that are causing the check engine light right now. So transmission is asking for the light to come on, and it's a canvas A on that control module. I'll make sure to take a picture of this as well. We're gonna go from here into our monitors. All right, we do at least a 10-mile drive. We try to do more than that. I like to do like a highway cruise too, make sure all these get a chance to get measured and reset properly. All green checks, no red X, that's what we like to see. The gray circles are just redundancies or monitors that are not supported. Typically it'll be something that, like a different module that will send data that covers that. So nothing to worry about on there. All right, we're gonna go through our conclusion. I always try to make these look kind of sporty and nice on the end. Love this color. Car drives great, plenty get up and go. This will actually in touring mode do the 4-cylinder shut off, so you get, well, it was doing like 20 something for fuel economy. Does have touring, sport, and track mode, and then there is even a mud or snow and ice or something like that. We don't use that around here. No one drives these in the winter unless it's like the V6s or something. They were telling me this was an older gal, traded it in for some kind of anniversary edition. Overall, the exterior is in really good shape on this car. There's no real dings, dents, just some light scratches here and there. They did go through recon, so fresh oil level's good. Brakes and everything check out really good. I look in there and there's plenty of life on those. Stops well, doesn't pull or anything. The chin's in great shape. Normally these are all beat up. We did see under the driver's side there's a little bracket for subframe reinforcement that has some dents, and then along the skirt on that side there's some pretty good scratches all the way to the plastic. And then my last thing, kind of more an important one, when I came up here, parked the car like this, I was sitting here for a few minutes kind of pushing the buttons, playing with the e-brake and stuff. And then I plugged my scan tool into the OBD while the car's still running, and the check engine light set at the exact same time. I don't know if it's coincidental, but basically it's transmission sent a request for the check engine light to come on for a loss of communication with the module. I didn't have any weird shifting or anything like that. Right next to the freeway. So I'm not sure what's going on with that. Definitely something to have them check on. This got 50,000 miles on it. Normal Chevy fluids are 50,000. I don't know on the 10 speeds if they up that mileage or not, but definitely something I would get invested on checking that out beforehand. These transmissions are, you know, not known for, like, you don't want to skip out on that. You want to make sure you have a solid answer on this transmission, because I've heard of them having some like shuttering issues and stuff. This didn't experience that, but for it to check a light, a little bit of concern, especially when we were just stationary. But beyond that, checks out really good. We're gonna stop here, and this is your car.